Namaste, Devians. Myself, Kritika Sharmare from the Department of Food, Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences. And the topic which we'll be covering today is food process technology. And under the topic, we'll be discussing about food laws and regulations. So let's start about the topic. So basically, we'll first discuss about the objectives of food laws and regulations in India or in the world. So the objective is to meet the country's sanitary and phytosanitary requirements. Food must comply with the local laws and regulations to gain market access. These laws ensure the safety and suitability of food for the consumers. In some countries, the food laws also govern food quality and composition standards. The objective is to meet the country's sanitary and phytosanitary requirements. Food must comply with the local laws and regulations to gain the market access. These laws ensure the safety and suitability of food for consumers. In some countries, food laws also govern food quality and composition standards. The factors on which the food laws and regulations depend are whether a country adopts international norms developed by the Codex Alimentarius Commission of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and the World Health Organization, or a country may also have its own suite of food regulations. Each country um, each country regulates food differently and has its own food regulatory framework. The different food laws in India are the Indian Parliament has passed the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 that overrides all the other food-related laws such as the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, the Food Products Order 1955, the Meat Food Product Order 1973, the Vegetable Oil Products that is 1947, Edible Oils Packaging Order that is 1998, the Solvent Extraction Oil De-oiled meal and edible flour order that is 1967, the milk and milk products order 1992. So we'll talk about the prevention of food adulteration, that is the Adulteration Act of 1954. So what do you mean by adulterant? So the definition of adulterant is any material which is or could be employed for the purpose of adulteration. So definition of food. Any article used as food or drink for human consumption other than drugs and water and includes any article which ordinarily enters into or is used in the composition or preparation of human food. Any flavoring matter or condiments and any other article which the central government may have regards to its use, nature, substance or quality declared by notification in the official gazette as food for the purpose for this act. So the objective of the PFA, that is the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act of 1954, is to protect the public from poisonous and harmful food, to prevent the sale of substandard foods, to protect the interests of the consumers by eliminating fraudulent practices. The penalties are to guilt will be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 6 months and up to 3 years and with fine up to 1,000. Food Product Order. The objectives of the Food Product Order of 1955 formed under the Section 3 of the Essential Commodities Act of 1955 with an average to manufacturing objective to manufacture fruits and vegetable products maintaining sanitary and hygienic conditions in the premises and quality standards laid down in the order. It is mandatory for all the manufacturers of fruit and vegetable products, including some non-fruit products like non-fruit vinegar, syrup, and sweetened aerated water, to obtain a license under this order. So the objectives of the Fruit Product Order formed under the Section 3 of the Essential Commodities Act with An objective of manufactured fruits and vegetables product maintaining sanitary and hygienic conditions in the premises and quality standards laid down in the order. It is mandatory for all the manufacturers of fruit and vegetable products, including some non-food products like non-food vinegar, syrup, and sweetened aerated water, to obtain license under this order. Now, following minimum requirements are laid down in the food product order for hygienic production and quality standards. That is, location and surroundings of the factory, sanitary and hygienic conditions of premises, personal hygiene, portability of water, machinery and equipment with installed capacity, quality control facility and technical staff, product standards, limits preservatives and other additives. I repeat, the following minimum requirements are laid down in the food product order for hygienic production and quality standards, that is, location and surrounding of the factory, sanitary and hygienic conditions of premises, personal hygiene, portability of water, machinery and equipment with installed capacity, quality control facilities and technical staff, product standards and limits for preservatives and other additives. Now, meat food product order. The meat and meat products are highly perishable in human nature and can transmit diseases from animal to human beings. Now, processing of meat products is licensed under Meat Food Product Order, which was hitherto being implemented by Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Now, let's see the objectives of the Meat Product Order. The main objective is to regulate the production and sale of meat food products through licensing of manufacturers, enforce sanitary and hygienic conditions prescribed for production of wholesome meat food products, exercise strict quality control at all stages of production of meat food products, fish products including chilled poultry. Now, under the provision of the Meat Food Product Order, all the manufacturers of meat food products engaged in the business of manufacturing, packaging, repacking, relabeling meat food products meant for sale are licensed, but excluding those manufacturers such as products for consumption on spot like a restaurant, hotel, boarding house, snack bar, eating house, or any other similar establishment. The objectives of now talking about the milk and milk products order. The objective of the order is to maintain and increase the supply of liquid milk of desired quality in the interest of the general public and also for regulating the production, processing and distribution of milk and milk products. As per the provision of the order, any person or the dairy plant handling more than 10,000 liters per day of milk or 500 metric ton of milk solids per annum need to be registered with the registering authority appointed by the central government. In every case where the milk or milk product is packaged by the holder of the registration certification in a tin, barrel, carton, or any other container, the registration number shall either be exhibited prominently on the side label of such container or be embossed, punched, or printed prominently thereon. The Essential Commodity Act of 1955. The objective is to ensure the easy availability of essential commodities to consumers and to protect them from exploitation by unscrupulous traders. Now, this act empowers the central government to regulate production, supply, distribution, storage, transport, etc., and the control prices of the commodities which have been declared under the Act as essential, with providing for those who commit offences under the Act. The Act was amended in 1986, empowering recognized consumers association to make a report in writing of any facts in constituting an offence under the Act. What are the implications of the Essential Commodity Act in current business scenario? Now, it is a sort of restriction on trade. The Essential Commodities Act mandates the commodities that have been identified as being essential commodities have been essential commodities can only be traded and stored by licensed holders. However, legally negotiable warehouse receipts is a negotiable instrument. However, it is the nature of an actionable claim representing a right of, to a commodity. Trading in negotiable warehouse receipts will not be covered by ECA, that is the Essential Commodities Act, until physical possession is sought. Only the last transaction would have to comply with the provision of the ECA. The standards of weights and measures and legislative measures are designed to establish fair trade practices with respect to packaged commodities. The rule prescribes that the basic rights of consumers regarding vital information about the nature of the commodity, the name and address of the manufacturer, and net quantity, date of manufacture, and sale prices are provided on the label. I repeat, the rules prescribe that the basic rights of consumers regarding vital information about the nature of the commodity, the name and address of the manufacturer, the net quantity, the date of manufacture, and sale prices are provided on the label. There are also additional mandatory labeling requirements for food items covered under the PFA. The Department of Consumer Affairs and the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution is the regulatory authority and enforcement agency. According to this order, vegetable oil means any hydrogenated oils or mixed with any other substance for edible purposes. This order was used primarily to regulate the price, storage, and movement of hydrogenated oil by Vanaspati industries. The order empowers the state-level vegetable oil product controller to specify packaging and labeling requirements for vegetable oil products, specify the type of permit required for transportation of vegetable oil products by rail, road, or water, to prescribe maximum and minimum levels of usage of vegetable oils in the manufacturing of vegetable oil products, set maximum price that manufacturer could charge and allot quotas for different kinds of transaction, to prohibit or restrict the manufacture, storage, or sale of vegetable oil products, taking into account the availability of vegetable oil. The solvent extracted oil, de-oiled meal, and edible flour control order. This order was designed to regulate the oilseed solvent extraction and refinery industry to ensure the consumer health and safety. The key features of the order are licensing of all the firms engaged in oilseed solvent extraction of subcontracting of the oilseed processing with oilseed extraction firms, the regulation of the manufacture, storage, and sale of solvent extracted vegetable oils and furs. The solvent extracted oil, de-oil meal, and edible flour control order. Now, the specification of quality standards for solvent extraction process and byproducts. Now, monthly reporting to the controller of the production, stock, sales, return, and government authority to search the plant and seize the stock if warranted. This control order was designed in order to ensure the availability of safe and quality edible oils and packaged form at predetermined prices to the consumers. The salient feature of this order are the edible oils, including edible mustard oil, will be allowed to sold only in packaged form from 15 December 1998. The packers will have to register themselves with the registered authority. The packers will have to have his own analytical facilities or adequate arrangements for testing the samples of edible oils to the satisfaction of the government. So this is it for this session. We will be talking about the rest of the topics of the food process technology in the next session. Thank you.